Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And I'm Carter Glasscock.
And today we are so pleased to be joined by stand-up comedian and host of the Get Real podcast. It's our friend
Andy Erikson. Hey, guys.
Welcome back to the show. Andy, it's been far too long. Criminally too long.
And then things have changed.
Yeah. We've got two new co-hosts since the last time you were here. Yeah. It's been a while. We had a pandemic.
I'm Dr. Midnight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering.
And that's Dr. Pat over there.
I'm the professor.
Yeah. It's Dr. Ryle Patley.
I'm the crazy man. I'm from the down bayou.
You kind of are, actually, though.
I am from Birmingham, Alabama, so pretty close.
Oh, you dropped character, though.
I mean, I'm from the Boogaloo Bayou, baby. What's up?
You're not going to win an Andy Kaufman Award doing that shit.
I don't break character because I'm Dr. Goodfoot.
Well, Dr. Goodfoot has been cruising around our Discord, which you can join if you've not already. We have a good time over there all the time. But
How do they do that, Rivers?
you can go to our linktree/thegoodspod, and you'll find a link right there. And but famously, Carter doesn't look at our Discord until now. Until now. So welcome.
So I'd like to introduce a new segment. This is called the Carter Clapback.
That's right.
Or the Glasscock Clapback. I don't know which one is going to work
That
better.
Glasscock is going to be clapping those cheeks.
Carter.
Effing A.
Carter's comments.
Carter's comments. That's when there's nothing bad to say and nothing needs to be corrected. Then they're just comments.
He's on the warpath, folks.
No, this is so I was perusing through this Discord.
Yes.
That our supposed fans get on.
Oh boy.
AKA, some of them are apparently fake friends and haters.
Yeah. Fake friends, haters. Actually, all the fans very respectful, nice, very good. People saying things like, they had to cackle when I was getting water in the last episode when we were poisoning each other with various concoctions.
That's right. Yeah. The Kratom, the now famous Kratom episode.
But this clapback comes in the direction of Sam Harder.
I think he's your main antagonist. On that.
So there's
dumb.
So there's
I do.
So and there's one picture from 3 years ago. We're
I look
modeling.
pretty?
We all look pretty.
Yeah.
This
I posted it because we were at the 3-year anniversary of what I think we all consider the worst energy drink, which is
Celsius heat.
Celsius jackfruit heat.
Yeah,
bad.
disgusting, disgusting stuff.
Yeah.
A real room stinker.
Real room stinker.
Yeah.
I'm looking fresh in this picture. I'm gonna be honest.
Good.
This is like 40 pounds ago. I'm feeling good, and I got a little sigadoo in my paw there because I thought I was on the housewife diet at the time.
Yeah,
And
we all were.
Yeah, and Sam's mocking me in the corner. He's making a stink face and he's going, yeah, cigarette.
Which I thought it was me smelling my finger like a gross pervert when I first saw it.
See, I will say, I don't think
reenacting the sugar-free album cover.
I don't think that's really on brand for you. You're not like
that gross.
Yeah.
I'm gross.
You're more mockety than gross.
Yeah.
But you're making fun of me smoking, and you know what? That's par for the course because I did quit. I think I quit because of this picture.
Right, I would hope so. and I think the only reason I was doing that too is because traditionally, when you were smoking and we were about to take the picture, which is post-pod,
right?
And Cigarette Carter can't wait 1 second after the podcast to light up a cancer stick, and
it became like outside of a mic or something. It was a bonding experience.
Yeah.
The guest smoked. Oh man, we're both lighting up. We're both talking about some mic that we're never going to go to.
And then every time we would actually take the picture, Carter would put the cigarette behind his leg or hold it behind someone's back. Yeah. And in this one, you can clearly see him attempting to do that.
Yeah.
And then Rivers didn't crop that out.
Yeah.
And so I straight called it. I don't know. I think I called myself out, and then it ended up being a Carter call out. And then
actually, this is kind of more of a tame, as opposed to some of the bullshit that's been perpetrated on this app. This is pretty nice. But yeah, no, that's pretty much all I got for today on the Carter. But this will be a recurring segment if people keep perpetrating.
If y'all keep talking shit, you're gonna get called out.
And I'm sorry, I don't know shit about Kratom. That was a point of contention.
That's what I was gonna say. I talked to someone who went to rehab for Kratom. They were drinking
which is wild.
They were drinking. this will explain it. They were drinking like multiple ones of those a day, like up to 6 of these things called like feel goods. He went to that. Yeah, that's all.
I think that's how cocaine was advertised. Feel good powder.
Pain go bye juice.
That's the only
Childhood better powder.
Forget about alcoholism powder.
Yeah.
And then get addicted to something new. That's what I think happened.
Erase World War I juice.
But he was only doing the kratom drinks, right? And then he went to rehab. And when you go to rehab, they drug test you to see if you're a fucking liar or not. Mm-hmm. And he tested positive for MDMA and for spice/K2. So very frequently,
like the thing from Dune, right? Like what they're trying to harvest in Dune spice. Timothée Chalamet paste.
Very frequently, these kratom drinks are filled with other things that are not kratom. And that's why people who used to be addicts or shit drink them. They're like, man, I love this, and it's just it's just a natural plant, so it's completely fine. And
it's from the earth.
They sell it at 7-Eleven, so it must be fine for me.
Andy, have you tried kratom? Are you familiar with kratom?
I mean, just 1 or 2 a day, I guess. I've been crazy as now I know 6 is a lot.
6 is a lot, yeah.
No.
Yeah, we did a kratom root beer on the show last week, and
delicious.
Drove myself crazy, I think.
It was really fun watching Rivers go down the cray hole.
Rivers hasn't been high on MDMA or spice ever, so watching him take both at the same time and start like crying, laughing over basically nothing.
Oh, it was a good time. Well, Carter was being funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
See, it's not like it was just out of the clear blue sky. It was probably prompted by genius, is what he was hearing.
Well, so the point of this podcast is you guys do stupid things so people can judge you. Is that what it is?
That's the first segment. Yeah,
it's not, I like to think it's like
not about it, but that's like an accidental thing that it became about. You know,
just trying to get advice from people, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think we're like solving world issues.
Yeah,
Rivers will do the fake MDMA and spice combo, so you don't have to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I would say we're This American Life for Idiots. So that's my elevator pitch.
I think
I'm gonna start using that at the wine bar.
I think everyone who listens is smart.
Oh yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, look at you.
Now you're roasting your fans.
Look at yourself.
Happening?
Thank you. We love you.
This is mean.
You should hear what they say when the camera's not on.
This is what happens when you're coming down from Chinese spice and MDMA. A week later, you're still fucking withdrawn.
You're still riding that sandworm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's everybody else's fault but your own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about a week ago. Let's go back even further to about 20 years ago, because we're fast approaching
2004.
That's right.
Okay.
We are fast approaching.
Does that make you feel old?
Yeah.
2004. Really. Not really. Does that seem like a long time ago?
I've become more accepting of the fact that was the time frame I've been alive. I know longer. I'm like, holy shit! I was 10 years old. It's not that, and it's been 26.
Green Day's American Idiot is 20 years old.
Yeah. So 20 years ago, 2004, Usher's climbing up the charts. We had Marvin Heemeyer built a bulldozer and bulldozed a town before shooting himself.
Oh, Killdozer.
That was in 2004?
That was 2004, yeah.
Arcade Fire's Funeral.
Oh, yeah.
That came out.
Hell yeah. Polyphonic Spree, second record. Lots of good stuff happening in 2004. But I think the most, and in Facebook, of course, happened in 2004. But I think the most, kind of culturally weighty thing that happened that year, of course, was they rolled out a little drink over at Taco Bell.
Baja Blast?
Yeah. So
wow, that was 2004?
Yeah. So Baja Blast is coming up on its 20th anniversary this year. And because we went a little fucking nuts last week, I was like, let's take this all the way down to something simple for our ungodly concoction today. I've got my little red cooler because Baja Blast has decided to diversify their portfolio. So
Andy, this is, let me tell you, we never drink anything normal for this segment. So this is...
What's happening? Why do you have it in a cooler this time?
I am really excited, actually, because I have a heart condition, so this is perfect.
Oh,
there we go.
That's also why I did it.
Yeah, normally we drink something toxic and insane, so this is great. Yeah,
We're like for our weak guest. We will have
no. We should treat every every show. Should be
She's
like this.
weak and they're stupid. That's how the podcast
What kind
works.
is that?
This is Baja Point Break Punch.
Okay, what's yours?
Mine is Caribbean Splash.
Okay, what's your? Sorry, I'm gonna
It's
take.
artificial guava flavor.
Okay, I want to take the best one.
Yeah, mine is Laguna Lemonade.
Okay, mine's passion fruit punch.
We can switch them around.
Yeah,
we've got the sample cups. I can,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Just
yeah.
sample
I
them.
want to try.
I wanna try
How do
all
we
of
do
them.
that? Wait,
right,
you'll figure it out.
We just drink, put it in a cup, and then drink it. Then
right.
we're not gonna.
Rivers went to
fresh
bartending
cups.
school for this segment.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so we have a
And we have a chance to win a $500 Taco Bell gift card.
$500. That's
Jesus.
That's a
Get that all in one fell swoop. You can like buy a store.
life-ruining amount of Taco Bell you could win.
A life-ruining amount of Taco Bell is like $50 worth of Taco
Yeah.
Bell.
I love that PepsiCo is just like, fuck you, $500, and you'll eat it and you'll love it. You'll win the $500. It'll be the greatest day of your fucking life, you fucking animals.
Oh yeah.
This one actually isn't bad on the caffeine. It's kind of a lot for a Mountain Dew. 91 milligrams
Okay.
for the bottle.
Okay. I mean, for the whole bottle,
That's like a fucking Red Bull.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Mine's jack full of protein. That's
What?
weird. Yeah, it's just salami, I guess.
I stirred it with a Slim Jim before the show started.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
starts
yeah.
bubbling up.
All right, I'm gonna try this.
Yes,
Does anyone
yes.
want to sample the Laguna
Yeah,
Lemonade?
put it
Yeah.
in my cup.
I want the yellow one.
Holy shit! As we often say, when like real sugar is introduced in the equation, I always forget.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I don't love this necessarily.
It's fine.
Oh, we don't have to pretend to like it?
No, not at all. People like it when we hate it, in fact. If you pretend
Kind of the purpose of this
if
segment.
you
is for us to be
pretend to
like, "God,
suffer,
gross."
they'll love that the most.
My heart.
Quit pretending.
Last week we played video games on YouTube at Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, and if you missed it, I was awesome at Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, and Rivers doesn't play video games, and it was very frustrating to him. And then afterwards, the only thing people suggested is to play more video games that will be frustrating to
God.
Rivers.
Aw,
So they
man.
want suffering content.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
people are sick.
All right, so
Do we suffer funny
Yeah,
though?
let's do the next
Yeah,
one.
I think so.
I think they liked it. All
Or
right,
they hate us.
let's
what's the
charge up
consensus?
another one. What's
Okay.
the next one? This one's sad. I mean,
When you pour it in, just do a little less this time.
yeah, for
that one was
sure.
gross. I don't like that one.
Yeah, I don't. You know,
It's not as bad as a Red Bull, but it's not much better.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
She almost said it before you poured it in.
When? The thing with all these like special Bajas, I don't know what
Special Baja.
I don't know what particularly makes them Baja Blast as opposed to just Mountain Dew. But
It's like,
Do you pour wine at the table?
Oh man, I pour wine everywhere I go.
I can tell. You did that professionally.
oh, I like that
I do
one.
it professionally.
I like
That's
that
why
one.
I asked. This one smells a lot better. It smells like
This is Baja
value store fruit punch smell.
Yeah, it's
So
definitely.
this is Point Break Punch. This is going to taste a lot more like a little Swayze-ish kind of Keanu Reevesy.
yeah,
It does taste like a.
Mountain Dew mixed with Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah, it tastes like a.
But I like that.
Yeah, I like
too.
It's better than Hawaiian Punch, I would say, and it is in the similar kind of lane of flavor.
it just tastes like sharp.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's right.
like
sure.
a knife.
Yeah,
What flavor was that? What do they call it?
Point Break Punch.
Yeah.
What is the? Does it say it's a certain? Because mine says it's guava, like
Yeah.
hints of guava.
Guava.
I think that's supposed to be.
A blast of natural and artificial tropical punch flavor.
Oh, I love the artificial.
Blast.
The natural punch is bullshit. Pardon, the artificial punch rules.
Man, I'd get a tattoo of this fucking cool puffer fish on this bottle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is cool.
We should all go get tattoos of this puffer fish.
What? That fish is my friend. So cool.
Well, look at that little fella.
Oh man. All right. What's the what? What are you? What?
Let's do the
Which
next
one you
one.
got, Andy?
Purple.
Purple.
It's something passion fruit punch with an ejaculation.
Oh, that's the protein.
Yeah,
There you go.
right in your mouth. Okay. Here, you pour it.
Sure.
Give it to Carter.
Give it to
You're
the
good at pouring, you're good
sommelier.
at
Sorry, you're off the clock and we're making you work.
No, I can clock in remotely, so I did
Yeah.
clock in.
I can hold your mic.
Oh, you got to really have it. It's all in the wrist, you know. I find I've used a lot of. I've tried a lot of techniques, and this one just kind of works for me. You know what I mean?
This is for
Just
me.
a splash.
This is for me. What are you doing?
Okay, that's his. Wait, don't mix the cups.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
You gave her
damn it.
so
I'm sorry.
much. Now
Somebody
she's gonna
else.
die.
You can throw.
You're
We
gonna-
need to get like a.
Give me more.
Sorry. There you go. Wait, we need to get like a bucket to like pour.
Yeah, to spit into.
Yeah, the spit bucket. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't say I was good at my job. I just.
Do people ever yell at you like that?
Yeah.
The worst is when people are like more. Like what you just did was very traumatic. It was very triggering. But yeah, people do that. They'll be like, "It's like come on, more." When I'm like,
They want like a triple pour. God, this is disgusting. This is some
bad?
straight fabuloso
Yeah.
fucking shit.
It's too flat.
It's flat.
yes. It doesn't bite my tongue.
Uh-oh.
Soft.
Shake it up and re-pour it.
Yeah.
Sommelier.
is it weird that I like it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not weird that you like it. It's
I like purple shit.
Traumatizing. Something from your past is coming out.
I think Grapico is what's coming out of my past.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't love grape soda necessarily. So this is. not
Yeah,
good.
no, never mind. It's gross. I take it back.
Oh, hey.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I like the energy drink segment. I hate this. We're
Now-
drinking. I've just drank 3 bad sodas in a row.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Well, imagine that you're drinking this.
Just mix them.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
that's
you
probably
go.
the best idea. So
Oh,
go the
God.
suicide with.
I was gonna say they used to call it the suicide, right? Oh,
Let's get
Andy,
a
I'm
little
so
bit
sorry.
Of yellow in there.
Oh yeah, do it all.
Sure.
It had to happen.
It did. This was going to happen.
An innovator.
Okay, and then get the rum.
You get the rum, which we do have downstairs. We have
gonna
Trader
say,
Joe's rum
God,
downstairs.
This might be the worst one yet.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Okay, I think I just need pink.
you need pink. All right,
Yeah.
the full suicide,
Give her the pink.
Yep.
which is what we were all calling it back
I'm
in
like
the '90s.
shaking.
I'm scared for you, Andy. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Do people ever?
Dr. Pat and Mr. Goodnight would never do this to you. I'm so sorry.
Do people ever ask for a suicide of wine at the wine bar?
The wine aside?
Yeah, we have a thing. Yeah, it's a deal. It's $100, and we just get pour a full bottle of wine into one cup.
Oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
Really?
So individually they're all kind of mid, but
I
together.
have to split.
Okay, well, I guess.
Good to know.
I guess we have a new fucking thing we have to try. All right, Rivers
man.
and Carter, get them back out.
All right.
It really is good.
Wow.
That's the worst one to me. Oh God. Oh God.
I don't know. I think the purple one's probably the worst. The
Yeah.
one I said I liked. It's
Yeah.
probably the worst.
Are you okay? What happened?
I don't know what's going on, man.
LaCroix, let's go.
He's just adding stuff.
I really am shaking.
Yeah, you can stop drinking it.
I'm so
now.
sorry about this segment.
I know.
This is a stupid segment. I'm
This
sorry.
is the whole episode.
Oh god.
After you add the yellow and the purple together, it just turns brown. It's fucking disgusting.
But I want you
looking.
to say it does taste. I want you
Yeah.
to be honest.
Okay.
Oh man, this is great. If we do this, I don't have to do the podcast.
do
this the whole time.
You get to die.
Oh yeah, we haven't even started recording yet. This is just this is a River's room ritual.
This is what we do before. I hate you guys.
I'm so sorry.
This is horrible.
I feel really I
I'm
feel
like,
bad.
I have to pretend to be your friends for another hour.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
It is better.
It is
It's better than any of them
Thank you.
individually.
Thank you.
It kind of balances out the terribleness
Yes.
of all of them
I
for
can't
some
explain
reason.
it. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I agree.
Very
with you.
I
weird.
told
Very
you.
weird.
Wow.
You're a genius.
I'd like to thank my mom for raising me to be crazy.
Ooh, that's great.
Yeah.
That is great.
This was the one you mix with rum for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Good.
And then you fucking puke so hard because there's so much fucking sugar in
Rainbow.
here.
Wow.
Just turn the camera around and we can all take turns puking.
This is like the Well, I was going to say it's like the Voodoo, Zapp's chips. They put all of the flavor chips into one, and it's called Voodoo. But then as I'm saying that, I realized Mountain Dew actually has a flavor called Voodoo that comes out at Halloween, and it changes every year. So anyway.
Wow, we got to look out for that. We're not sponsored by Pepsi, by the way.
Okay.
No, I just
even though it seems like we were from that segment where we all hated their products.
Oh no.
Rivers, you're gonna feel so ill.
No.
Remember when we went to Oxnard and
There's a little more coming down that.
No.
or maybe later.
Remember when we went to Oxnard and I chugged a Mountain Dew on stage?
Oh yeah, and then puked in the back.
No, I puked in the bathroom at some fucking diner.
Oh yeah. Oh, at Norm's.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that's when we went to Norm's and we had the plate of whipped cream for Carter.
Oh yeah.
This really is a highbrow podcast.
I'm sorry. I think that first one is probably my favorite overall, but
Yeah.
The lemonade one?
I think so.
The lemonade one
Yeah,
wasn't
because it was
too
kind of a
bad.
mango.
Actually, I think the Hawaiian Punch one. was my
Yeah.
favorite.
I liked. No, I'm going with Mix All Together.
Yeah, but Mix
That
All
is
Together is the winner.
If that's a
Yeah.
choice, it's
Yeah.
Mix All Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So spend like fucking $15 to get all these horrible sodas.
What were you up to in 2004, Andy, when Baja came around?
Oh my gosh. When you were like naming the facts and things that happened, I was like, those things don't matter to me. Like, what are those? I mean, Spice Girls came out with a new album.
In 2004?
I don't know.
Whoa.
Hanson Brothers broke up for a second. Let me think. I was in college. I was captain of the color guard team with the flags.
Oh.
I think we went to state. You guys remember those big moments from
You
your
had
lives?
this wait, there
flag
was,
waving?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
did color
say.
guard. Yeah,
Okay.
it's flag dancing for the girls who aren't pretty enough to be cheerleaders. But still want to dance. Still want to dance, you know?
Yeah. They're better than the cheerleaders.
Yeah, we are. I have so many friends. Let's get that out there.
So the football players want to date the cheerleaders. Who wants
Yes.
to date the color guard?
The gay boys. I guess. That's who we got.
The university team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do you guys remember your first encounter with a Baja Blast?
I remember, trying it at Taco Bell and loving it.
Yeah, same.
I think I didn't realize it was a Taco Bell exclusive for like years and years. I was just like, that just sounds like something I'm never gonna get. And then,
Oof.
no,
It changed everything.
Rivers goes, what? I can't believe you didn't know about that soda.
I've been a Diet Coke man since I was a boy.
Okay, all right.
So I don't know. I just thought I was like, I'm never gonna get that. And then
I was too, but 2004, that was the year I graduated high school. Baby was on his own.
2004.
I could drink 32 fucking ounces of Baja. You can't tell me shit.
I was still within the confines of high school, so my brain hadn't been set free yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think when I drank it, it was an accident. They gave me the wrong thing, and I was terrified because you think it's something else. So yeah,
Okay.
it's still coming back.
Man,
It's an unusual flavor unless you're looking forward
Yes.
to it.
Yeah.
which I do every day. Every goddamn
When's the last time
day.
you had one?
The last time I ate Taco Bell, they got the Zero now, so that shit's great.
wow.
Yeah,
Baja Blast
They got
Zero?
Baja Zero at Taco Bell.
We should have gotten one of those.
Well, the Baja Blast they sell in bottles at the store don't taste the same, really.
Nah, not really.
I love that it's like I want to eat trash, but I'm watching my picture.
Right. Well, yeah,
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's the thing. It's like I need 3 Dorito Loco tacos and a diet.
That's just
I've
like
been living
you're,
that life
you
ever-
know,
oh, yeah.
you're mitigating damage.
Yeah.
You're not really doing
Yeah.
anything.
It's like I hate myself, but I'm trying.
Right. My favorite thing about the Dorito Loco taco is that the cardboard thing that it comes in
Yes.
acts as a funnel.
Yeah. A shovel, if you will.
Yeah, so you can eat the dignity cut.
Those are
So good.
disgusting.
No,
I
they're
hate the
good.
Doritos
Well, you
Locos.
don't. You're not supposed to eat the cardboard.
I'll try that. Maybe.
The cardboard is a trough for you to slop out of.
Right.
It's just
They're always like soggy and less crispy.
Okay. Yes, they are. The bottom is a sog.
but that's
It's a sog hog.
Yeah,
Sog.
the technical term.
But that's what the cardboard trench is for, you know,
Yes.
because then you could just use gravity to eat it. Just slowly.
Remember the enchilito, guys? Are we all old?
Enchilito.
No, that's I don't.
Was
know
that?
It's like their version of the enchilada.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nah,
So is an enchilada inside of a burrito?
No, it was like a rolled up tortilla with meat in it and had sauce all over it. They had a commercial for a long time.
Enchilito song starring Ryan Raccoon Martin.
This might be
it's an
it.
art film. It was black and white.
Oh yeah,
This
this
is a
might
student
be
film
Is it
for sure.
Commercial rap.
My name is David. My friends call me G. One hungry young dog I be. I'm cool.
Wait, why does? Wait, why are you G if your name is David?
I think he said my name is D, but it was the quality
okay.
of the fidelity of the video.
So hook me up with my gooey and churrito.
Did he say "fuck me up" with my gooey?
Hook me up with my gooey
I
enchilada.
like that.
I'm cool like a penguin, slick like a tuxedo. So hook me up with my gooey and churito.
If you saw this in the store of a Taco Bell, you'd be like, I'm going to get this to go. There's some weird shit is about to go down in this Taco
This
Bell.
wasn't the one. There's another one.
to go.
Another great one with a song. I think
Get out of here.
Yeah, this is some, David's D's about to
try
freak
the
the fuck
black and
out.
white
There's some
one.
gay
Maybe I'm
stuff going
tripping.
on.
There's some illegal stuff going on.
This is it.
This was on national television.
Was this like a submit your own enchilito
Maybe
commercial?
not this exact commercial, but this was the song.
I was about to say, it just seems like they saw the Quiznos gerbils ad and were like, "We just do that."
I think this
Or
was
it was like a
first.
contest or something, like submit your
Yes.
take on the enchilito song.
Jesus.
No, I don't know what the fuck that was, but that was the song. I don't know what that video
And it
was.
sticks
Man.
with you.
Yeah.
Just like the Whopper.
But
Whopper.
yeah, I love that fucking song.
God.
I love that song.
I'm ready to
Double,
move.
triple, single Whopper, lettuce, tomato, all the topper. Have it your way.
You got a mind for jingles.
BK, have it your way.
Oh, yeah.
You rule.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's positive.
Yeah.
2004 will never die. Ofo for sure.
3 years ago today, DMX passed away.
Whoa.
R.I.P.
That was 3 years ago?
3
Wow.
years ago.
Was it because we drank the jackfruit that he?
I mean, yeah.
that's what killed him.
Perhaps.
Damn.
Damn.
R.I.P.
Yeah. So
That confluence of sugar has like made me like speechless.
Yes.
Like
As it
staring
should.
holes into a
As it
carpet.
should.
Dude, I bet I would like Kratom.
I mean, it felt awesome.
A lot of people do.
I'm like grinding my teeth right now.
People describing it as like energy juice and idea sauce or whatever.
Energy heroin.
Energy heroin. Energy heroin that's great for comedy.
That's kind of how I felt. I was like, oh, it's energy heroin. Like my body feels nothing, but my brain is on fire.
But how was that come down though?
You saw it. We did the trivia
We
game.
did trivia
Yeah.
and you didn't feel anything.
It was, it was fine. I got a little sleepy towards the end, but that was
Did you
about it.
win trivia?
Not that one, but
losers.
fucking slaughtered the next night though. That's right. I'm up to 2 games a week, folks.
Oh man.
Once he had gotten off the dragon.
Yeah. Silver Lake and Atwater Village will shake at the speaking of my name.
Damn, dude. At this point, you're gonna start hosting your own trivia night.
I would love that.
It's more.
God, yeah.
It's probably more financially lucrative than stand-up comedy.
Honestly,
from what I
Yes,
understand.
yeah.
A lot of stand-ups do that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
because it
We
pays
do-
more than doing a fucking set.
We do,
Yeah.
we do painting classes. We do aerobics in our apartment. We do. Come on over.
Personal trainers. That's the
Yeah.
new hustle for people that can barely keep a job in LA.
Grubhub.
If they work like 10 hours a week, they're like, oh, I got a busy week as a personal trainer. I have to work 10 hours over 5 days. I can spend the rest of the time being a degenerate gym rat.
Oh, Mexico, it sounds so sweet with the sun singing low. The moon so bright, I could light up the night, make everything alright.
So I have a story to share. This is out of the U.S. Sun, Sun newspaper, the most reliable in journalism.
Still around, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just, recently found out there's a U.S. version. I just thought it was all the in England, but apparently there is the U.S. Sun. This is Ashley Palya writing for that publication. This is about Airbnb. Do you guys ever fuck with Airbnb?
Yes.
When I first moved to LA for the first week, I was sleeping in an Airbnb in South Central. It was a house that probably had 3 or 4 rooms. One of the Airbnbs was a couch in the living room. The other one was in a room that I was in that was definitely a child's room. There's a Minecraft poster on the wall.
God.
Whoa.
And there's another one across the hall from me. And then one day I walked in and I saw this kid standing in the kitchen just looking at me weird. And I was like, I'm sleeping in this kid's damn room.
No.
God. Oh,
Okay.
no.
But the moms or person booking the Airbnb seemed very happy that we were there. So
Oh, no.
I think we were paying a good amount of their rent. So it was
Yes.
probably good that I was sleeping in looking at his Minecraft poster while I was sadly jerking off my first week in LA.
Jesus.
I'm sorry you went through that, man.
It wasn't a bad story.
No, it was honest to the
Yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah.
read your review out loud for us.
true to the game. All right, Airbnbs. Not a fan. How do you
Overall, it's a terrible
Airbnb
thing.
versus hotel? I mean,
hotel
hotel
every
all day
time.
long, dude.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like,
The
Yeah.
Airbnb
and I've stayed in some shitty hotels.
Oh yeah,
Where
yeah.
like there's horrifying things going outside.
Oh, yeah.
through the wall. There's some, but it beats Airbnb every time.
Yeah.
Airbnb is like if Uber made money.
Yeah.
because they started out really low priced and that's why people started using them
Yeah.
and then they jacked it up
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
to the point where it is as expensive as a hotel basically.
Oh, the hotels are cheaper now.
Yeah.
Way cheaper.
I don't want to go over to someone's house. That's why this podcast is hard.
Dude, there are some comedy clubs where you're staying in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's their room. You're in like someone's basement. Like,
God.
That's,
I'd rather
that's if
sleep in
you're
my car.
lucky.
but I do like hotels because they just feel so fresh and so clean.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
yeah.
If you're in like a good one, but when I was on tour with Last Comic Standing, we were going around all these hotels or whatever, and a couple of the comics were like, "These hotel rooms aren't good." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is like these
Yeah.
are really good. These are good for me." But then they said, "No, the hotel should be better, should be cleaner, better than your own apartment. That's the rule." And I'm like, "Oh fuck,
What?
then I can stay anywhere." Like, the hotels, I was like, "There's no holes in the floor." Like, I'm like,
Who are these comedians on this tour that
it was Dominique, who's amazing, but she's fucking a big star, and then
Yeah.
Ian Begg, who's just like,
Yeah.
they're big deals. I'm like, just like,
Yeah, yeah.
just like, there's a bed.
yeah.
I went on tour with this band, and we would like stay at people's houses and stuff.
Right.
And people were so nice to let us stay at their house and everything. But me and the rest of the band had a safe word when the house was just like unacceptable.
Yeah.
And that word was Stromboli.
Stromboli.
And we walked into this one house, and this guy had like a snake around his like, and he was like playing video games. He's like, "Mikasa, Sukasa." We're all like, "Stromboli. It smells like Stromboli in here." Fucking Stromboli. We'd also stayed in a couple of shitty houses beforehand, which people were
God.
nice, but they were like punk houses.
Right.
And people were nice to let us stay there. But we got into like one shitty Motel 6, and it was like heaven on earth. It was so nice. It was like a fucking shower where you're not like using someone's used towel. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah. Like, I'm not opposed to sleeping at an Airbnb, but at this point, because Airbnb has just decimated the real estate markets in so many cities, it is almost always cheaper to stay at a hotel that is nice, slightly outside of town versus like an Airbnb in like the center of the action. And I'm like, I'll take the damn hotel.
If you're gonna support the gig economy, just get an Uber downtown. dog.
Right. Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of ways to do that. So,
When I was on my way to California, I ended up booking a motel room while I was driving because I didn't know where I was going to end up stopping.
yeah.
So it looked okay. It looked nicer than some of the other ones. I think it was like $32 or something ridiculous. the inside of it. You ever watch a true crime show from like the 70s where they show like a dead body in a hotel room and there's blood splattered all over the tiles? Imagine that color of like green and white pattern tiles.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like, it looked like you could tell it had been a place where something terrible happened.
Right.
Maybe
recently.
Yeah. And then the window opened up to just a back lot that just nothing was there. Anything could be there, you know?
Jesus.
Then I watched some
CSI.
I think I watched. It was Crashing, the Pete Holmes show about a guy sleeping on a fucking Airbnb, jacking off to a Minecraft poster.
So they had HBO.
Yeah, I mean they always have it at those shitty, sketchy hotels. That's
now they let you can log into like your Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Hotels
they have like Roku's there, and if you don't
log into my own Netflix there, what a deal!
And leave it on so some weirdo can watch a bunch of strange nonsense.
I love staying in hotels because you can just be on your laptop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's no other place you can do that.
Sure. I guess you could do it at an Airbnb, but
yeah. Well, the Wi-Fi's maybe good.
McDonald's.
I just hate people who have like really specific requests for Airbnbs too. It's like traipse through the kitchen and don't look at to your left or your immediate right. Just dead focus to my little child's room and don't play with his toys. And then go to sleep. Go to sleep by 9:30 and wake up at 5 in the morning.
I'll play with his fucking toys if I want to.
Yeah, clean up the Legos when you're done.
Clean up the Legos when you're done, and whatever you do, don't take a shit.
Well, so this week, Airbnb announced a planned update to its quote-unquote major disruptive events policy. So this update is
like when an earthquake happens or something.
So this is set to take effect on June 6th and provides cancellation and refund support for guests when issues like weather events, like if a hurricane comes through, you can cancel now, as opposed to before where you had to go to some panel and be like and argue with them. Essentially, they're making it more easy in case there's a weather event or an earthquake, natural disaster.
Like, I'm not going to be there. So a refund is probably in order.
Yeah. So they said, like as an example, if a hurricane were to impact Florida during hurricane season and this led to a mandatory evacuation order, under the old policy, affected bookings for this destination would not be eligible for a refund. With this update, if these same circumstances happen, guests with affected booking will qualify for a refund. So that's it. Just a minor, like, hey, we're just updating this policy, right? Everything's normal.
Hit us with the bad part.
But the timing of the announcement, which coincides with events such as Monday's solar eclipse, has many online conspirators claiming that something nefarious is happening.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Dr. Naomi Wolf, a prominent conspiracy theorist on X, suggests to her more than 378,000 users that Airbnb's decision may have been influenced by inside information.
By aliens.
Quotes, Airbnb may have read in on a turbulent summer.
But why this is making them lose money, though? I don't understand.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. If they had inside information that the government was going to shut down everybody and keep us inside all summer, then this doesn't actually work for Airbnb in their favor at all. So, Airbnb may have been read in on a turbulent summer, updating their extenuating circumstances policy and changing it to a major disruptive events policy.
Jesus.
So
I need to get more followers so I can say stupid stuff.
It's like a chicken and the egg thing. It's like, do you say more stupid shit to get more followers?
I think you do.
Yeah.
She added government restrictions on travel as a situation in which you get a refund, which condition is unconstitutional to start with.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to get a refund if they do something unconstitutional, just if it's an earthquake or demons.
I think that the eclipse already melted a bunch of like red-pilled QAnon people's brains. And so like they're going alphabetically. It's like, hey, Airbnb. Something's wrong with Airbnb. Like there's like going down lists of businesses that have been affected by the eclipse.
Did you see that image of the Google searches where as the eclipse was going on, more and more people Google searched "my eyes hurt"? Like it was like a perfect little mountain of like as the eclipse was going, more and more people were like,
people
"Hey, my eyes fucking hurt."
People
bro.
trumped hard yesterday. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know a guy that for the week before the eclipse started posting that he knew that the government was going to fire a missile into the eclipse, which I don't even know what that means.
Wait, that's a Mr. Show sketch.
Thank you very much. We have an announcement to make. On July 4th of this year, America will blow up the moon.
We have the technology. The time is now. Science can wait no longer. Children are our future. America can, should, must, and will blow up the moon.
Yes, and we'll be doing it during a full moon, so we make sure we get it all.
And then, and that he knew the power grid was going to go down. And then he started posting videos of him showing off weapons and guns and like backpacks. And he's like, yeah, when it goes down, I'm going to go hit all the pharmacies and grocery stores first. And when the power goes out. And then nothing happened. And he kind of just never mentioned any of that stuff again.
So others made similar claims by arguing that Airbnb had become aware of upcoming utility outages or government travel restrictions. One person seemed to link the update to doomsday prepping, writing, quote, anyone who isn't prepping for a year's worth of self-sufficiency to the degree that they are able is not paying attention.
Or they're poor. Like
Yeah,
what can you,
it's true.
Want me to have a year's worth of supply?
Right. Also, I love that it's like, yes, Airbnb is the one that cued you into this.
Yeah, they're the one with the info.
Yeah. QAnon supporters also got in on the hype. Ex-user @SteelDaddy wrote, quote, maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist idiot, but this seems like very specific wording in Airbnb's new major disruptive events policy. If I were a betting man, I'd venture that government will impose travel restrictions on a large scale or a utility outage this summer.
Dude, the fact that the zone of totality went straight through Joe Rogan land.
I know, right?
So many people's brains got broke yesterday.
One user even went as far to suggest that the policy change was satanic, given that the date that it goes into effect is 6/6.
Oh, God.
24. Which is not
4 plus 2 is 6.
Yeah.
4 plus 2 is 6. There it is.
That's what they think. By adding the two digits in the year, the user proclaimed the date would be 666.
What about the rest of the year?
Yeah. So 2,666.
Yeah. Be 6668, I guess.
Yeah.
So the Daily Dot emailed Airbnb to ask about the policy change.
Oh my God.
I love that the Daily Dot actually took time to be like, so is this the devil? And
Be honest.
you can't lie. If you're the devil, you got to tell me. Yeah.
That is so funny. Dude, you got to do that on stage. That's so funny.
So they were asking about the policy change, and they were directed to a blog post on the website. If Airbnb were aware of something nefarious, its policy doesn't make much sense since it's expanding the ability for users to get refunds, not restricting it, meaning that if something were to happen, the company would lose out tremendously. To your original point, it's like, yes, this doesn't benefit them in any way. If they're
That's how they pull the fucking veil over your eyes.
yeah.
They're like, this doesn't harm you in any way. Wait, backstab, ice pick to your neck.
No, it's a pitchfork because they're the devil.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah, I just love that. I was like, yeah. It was funny because all these people were posting screenshots from their own email, and I'm like, so you're all part of Airbnb. You're just noticing one thing, and it's like, all right, let's go bake this. So why not?
We got to be real bored. You know, when you check your emails and all you're getting is spam messages from Airbnb, and it says we've updated your terms of service,
Right?
And you're so crazy that you're actually like, well, I better read the new terms of service.
Every Airbnb customer who commented on this updated service needs to be flagged because do you want this person staying in your fucking house?
right. Yeah.
They're definitely the people who like bring the equipment to go search for cameras and bugs in the wall.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
glad that you won't let me cancel because of dark side and evil devil stuff.
Dude, you guys, whenever you go into a room, do you assume that there's a listening device? Like if you're at someone's house, do you guys do that?
I probably should.
I just walk in.
I do.
You know, it's probably safe to assume.
Yeah.
I just walk in.
something.
If there's a phone, if someone has a phone on them,
but
then
like
yes.
if I'm at someone's house and they like leave for a second, I don't go, oh God, it smells in here. I'll go, you know what I mean? I go, oh wow, what a lovely house. Like,
That's why you need Stromboli. You need a code word.
Yeah,
So
Stromboli,
There
dude.
you go.
If you're ever in somebody's house like that and you're alone, just go, Alexa, play Gucci Mane and see what happens.
Oh my God. I do Alexa Volume 9, and then I go, Alexa, play the Pokemon theme song.
That's a good one.
When we were on Zoom, I would do that when we were doing Zoom shows.
Yeah.
So people who are like watching, all of a sudden they're running to their kitchen because it's just blaring the Pokemon song.
That is awesome.
I miss Zoom.
It's probably happening now somewhere.
yeah.
So.
Yo, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh God, if they're listening to it.
Yeah,
if they're blasting it in their house while
Yeah.
they're cleaning their kitchen or whatever.
yeah.
Alexa, Volume 9.
porn.
Will it just starts?
There we go.
Is that how Alexa works?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the video it took from you earlier.
You got Rivers
back.
put one of
Yeah,
the
these
spy
perverts
bugs.
listen to this podcast.
Rivers put a spy bug in his living room.
It was
for a
free.
while. Yeah, that's no shit. It was free.
Yeah.
There's a spy bug in the living room?
Yeah,
Google
your jaw just dropped over how crazy that is that he willingly put this free listening device in his home.
It's just so I can go, hey, Google, play Steely Dan while I wash dishes.
And they could
Oh,
hear-
that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little.
Yeah, you know, sure. They hear my every
harmless.
thought. They try to sell me things. It's okay.
I got my dad one year for his birthday. I got him an Alexa, and he was like, no, thank you.
I love your dad. I fucking
Yeah.
love him.
He was like, I appreciate that you spent money on this.
There is a certain like old school mentality that is
Yes.
just 100% correct.
Yeah, no,
You
he was
know,
right. I mean,
it's-
and it was a thoughtless gift. I was just like, what's a technological device I could get for my parent whose birthday
Yeah.
it is?
He's like Googled good gifts for old man.
That's pretty much what I
Young man budget.
Young man budget for 65-year-old man birthday gift.
No, I just, you know, I like it. I like listening to music while I cook. So
Yeah, and you
it's
like
free.
fucking the fascist government listening
I
to our
love it.
conversations
It's not-
downstairs.
It's just an evil corporation. It's
Yeah.
not the government yet.
That's what they want you to think.
I think if
When
you've
they
ever lived,
launch a fucking missile into the eclipse, you'll be thinking differently.
I think if you've ever lived in an apartment, you're okay with the notion of being listened to
Yeah, yeah.
because
that's
you're
true.
being heard through the walls and shit.
Right.
Can we just not upset the conspiracy people on my podcast episode because I don't want them doxing me? If
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
I got
no.
the
I think
full.
we're-
kidding.
If anyone wants, I got the full docs. Hit me up. $300.
I was watching with the water on the other side. I had 15 people telling me to move, going on my mind. I found shelter in South Boston, the wheels around. Said calling out times that I love you. Beauty I had found. 1, 2, 3, 4, take the elevator. I'll tell you all and see you later. All I got inside is legacy. All right.
I don't know if, how much you know about the history of St. Paul, which you're from a town just north of there.
Yes.
So basically, St. Paul, the early 1900s, was fucking insane. So I took a lot of this from Matt Riker writing for the Minnesota Post and a Medium article by Michael Cooper. And we're going to talk a little bit about a guy named John J. O'Connor.
Right.
So John J. O'Connor was born in Louisville, Kentucky to Irish parents on October 29th, 1855, but moved with his parents to St. Paul the following year, where they became prosperous and prominent citizens. After he was finished with school, John worked as an accountant for 10 years. He hated the job and instead became interested in detective work.
What?
And he eventually received an offer for a job as a police detective in 1881, and he took it. Because in those days, you could just be an accountant for 10 years and be like, this sucks, actually. Can I be a cop? And they're like, sure. Would you like a high position? Yes. That's all it took.
Sure, you don't want to be a fireman?
Right. It's literally, you're just, you know, your
How
last...
about a grocer?
yeah. They're like, your
There's
last...
like 15 people in the entire town.
Right, but he's the one Irish guy. So they're like, you're a cop now. Because that's what they did back then. So John eventually worked his way up to the chief of detectives. So he was the head of the entire
Ooh.
department of the detectives, anyway, of the police force in St. Paul. And during his time in this role, he came up with a system to battle organized crime with organized intelligence.
Ooh.
He's a thinking man.
Buzzword.
Yeah. So O'Connor kept a photo gallery at the train station, and if any criminals were identified, they'd be registered, photographed, put back on the train, and deported from St. Paul. So he was one of the first guys that was like, hey, we should take pictures of all the people we arrest so we know who they are.
Yeah,
Like no
dude.
one this had not crossed anyone's fucking mind until the 1880s. And he hung them all up on the wall at the train station. So the train station in St. Paul had like a rogues gallery. And so all the cops had to do was just look at the wall and be like, that guy, get him out of here. Which is, it's like, I love when you reach it about the 19th century specifically, because you're like, so much of this, I can't believe isn't just common sense. Like the second the camera's invented.
Yes.
But,
Are the pictures still like them in front of a farmhouse holding like the...
yeah, it's the American Gothic. Yeah, they all have to pose with a plain looking woman and a pitchfork. Yeah. So anyway, he spent the next 4
Wait,
years.
let's go back to how is that not the first thing when they invented the camera? How is it not how didn't we didn't use it to punish criminals right away? What the fuck were they thinking? You want to take a picture of your wife? Shut up. Shut up.
Look, what is there to take pictures of? Things that can't move. So who are the humans that can't move? Dead or in jail?
We all know it was for dick pics.
Yeah, that's funny. They always say,
Dick's frowning too.
American Gothic.
They show that old like daguerreotype of, I think it's ships in a harbor is the first picture ever taken, but I'm always like, that's the second. That's the second picture ever taken.
I just like how they didn't waste time with smiling back then.
Yes.
Well, they couldn't.
It was hard to hold.
Yeah, you had to be able to hold yourself still for like 10 to 15 seconds sometimes with like daguerreotypes or 10 types. So that's
You can't smile for 15 seconds?
I mean,
I plaster one on every time I'm around someone
I don't
who's
think
30
you're
years older
supposed
than
to
me.
move at all.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's
Do
right.
that.
I saw a little show about a guy who makes those makes modern versions of them.
yeah, I had there were some people at the Boogie out in Waverly a few years ago that were doing 10 types. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get one, and then they were pretty expensive. So I was like,
Dude. After seeing the process of how they make them, I could see them being very fucking expensive.
yeah.
But you get a picture that looks like a picture from the 1800s.
Right.
Legitimately. It is cool.
yeah.
You see like every pockmark and every bead of sweat.
You'd see how distinguished Rivers looks, basically.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got somebody who actually has like incredibly badass lenses to do headshots, and I was like, can we use a worse lens? Actually, I don't
want to see my brain.
Right, like, my face looks like the surface of the moon. Like, so John worked his way up to the chief of detectives in 1894, and in 1900, a new administration came to power. They fired the entire police force, and John O'Connor was named the chief of police. Almost immediately, he gave himself nearly absolute power, and he also decided to make a slight tweak to the system of registering and deporting criminals at the train station. In an era wrought with illicit activities and smuggling, gambling, racketeering, O'Connor devised a plan to keep crime out of St. Paul by harboring criminals within it.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting theory.
It's hard.
Paul Maccabee, author of John Dillinger Slept Here, A Crook's Tour of Crime and Corruption in St. Paul, Minnesota, says, quote, any gangster could come into St. Paul as long as they were on good behavior.
Oh my gosh.
For instance, they could go to Iowa, rob a bank, and then go to Minneapolis and kill whoever they wanted to. But when they came into St. Paul, they could just had to be on their best behavior.
This guy was just a corrupt cop.
It's like the
So he was just a guy that if they paid him off, they could do whatever they wanted, as long as they chilled in city limits.
Right.
But St. Paul was like the John Wick Hotel.
Straight up.
Yes.
100%.
Wow.
It's exactly
You
what it
go
was.
in and they're like, we have rules here.
It's you literally go to St. Paul, touch base, and call Butterfingers, and you're fine.
Yeah. Everyone hangs their gun up at the door.
Yes.
So they can all have a drink.
100%. That's exactly what this was. So Chief O'Connor reached out to criminals throughout the Midwest, letting them know that St. Paul was a safe place for them. He promised that the police would disregard offenders who performed their deeds beyond the city limits of St. Paul, and they would also
The Kansas City diddler can go there and just have a drink.
and they would be
horrible.
and they would be protected from extradition as well. So like not only are they cool there, other cops are just not allowed in St. Paul to bust these people.
AKA
Oh my
buzzkill
gosh.
officials.
Yeah. So to accomplish his plan, O'Connor requested a liaison from within the criminal ranks to keep an eye on his peers. William Reddy Griffin was a gangster from New York and the first keeper of what became known as the O'Connor Layover System Agreement. So among his many duties, Griffin collected bribes and brought money to O'Connor. When Griffin died of apoplexy in 1913 at the age of 65, Dapper Dan Hogan took over his role until he got car bombed to death in 1928.
That, to death makes it sound like that happened many times.
I just didn't want you to think it's a De Niro and Casino situation. Like he died. He died. when he got car
He didn't
bombed.
crawl out of one into another car that exploded.
He didn't briefly become a very obvious dummy before returning to the form of Robert De Niro. So these were the rules of the agreement. Number 1, criminals must register or check in with a police liaison at downtown's Hotel Savoy. So there literally was a John Wick hotel.
Wow.
I don't know if that that one's still there. Are you familiar with the Hotel Savoy?
Now there's like a Savoy pizza place. So
Oh, okay. Maybe that was
Criminals
where it
eat
used to be. Rule number 2, criminals must agree to pay cash bribes to the police and city officials.
Okay.
And number 3, they must commit no major crimes while within the city limits. So, I'll rob a purse here and there.
Yeah, but
yes.
you can litter.
Jaywalk.
Yeah, you can jaywalk.
Yeah, I pissed on the Hubert Humphrey statue. Who cares?
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
When every criminal talked like that.
So, while incredibly corrupt, the agreement was largely successful in preventing crime in St. Paul. For the entirety of O'Connor's tenure as chief of police, St. Paul was a paradise. Meanwhile, the rest of Minnesota became an epicenter of illegal activity, with major crimes committed across the state almost weekly. Many newspaper crime stories ended with the all-too-familiar sentence, quote, "The suspects were last seen fleeing towards St. Paul."
Oh my God.
So it's literally touching base. It is literally do whatever crazy shit you want to do, but if you make it back to St. Paul, which I should add is the capital of the state.
Yes.
As long as you touch base with the police chief, you're good.
And that's now St. Paul's like the most boring city. It shuts down at like 6. It's just
That's what I was going to ask.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been there once, but I was there
It's chill.
during the day, and it was pretty chill.
It's just a cute little uptown type city, and there's nothing really happens there. You go-
Right.
you go-
And they're not Minneapolis, and they have a
Yeah.
bit of an axe to grind about that, but,
Yeah.
it seemed fine.
And what's funny too is you said like everywhere else there's crime, because Minneapolis became like a hub for corporations.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
We have Target there, and like General Mills based there,
yeah.
and like Honeywell. So the crimes are like, let's start a business.
So the layover agreement was so lucrative for both sides that criminals policed their own colleagues to ensure no one ruined a good thing. If anyone broke O'Connor's rules, the police rarely had to get involved because those things had a way of working themselves out.
So you'd have the other mobsters deal with it.
Right. Yeah. People are just like, this is awesome. You are fucking this up for all of us. I'll kill you. I'll put a fucking screwdriver in the back of your head. This shit rules. Don't mess around in St. Paul.
Okay, we need to write this movie, by the way.
I love it. I love this.
It's called Don't Mess Around in St. Paul.
Yeah. We'll have the Hold Steady do the soundtrack, Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
They were last seen headed for St. Paul. The 18th Amendment went into effect January 16th, 1920, and John O'Connor retired from the police force in December of that year. So that's Prohibition kicks in 1920. By the time he retired, O'Connor was the highest paid city official, but he still was only making $62,000 a year in today's money. So
my gosh.
it's the weirdest thing. And it's also what's like weird about, like, it kind of reminds me of Biden a little bit. It's like you shepherded so many corporations into just thieving in Delaware your entire career, and you're not rich, but you fucking
But
loser.
that's the thing is you're not accounting for the bribes he's getting.
Right, he's not declaring all that.
He's
but still.
probably making twice as much, if not more, from bribes.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But yeah, so O'Connor was able to live lavishly and spent over $1 million in his lifetime just in horse racing. So you're right. Yeah, there was that was the official amount coming in, but there was a lot of cash going in and out of this guy's pocket.
Man, gambling's so cool. When you hear stories like that, lost $1 million watching horses run.
You got to spend money to make money, man.
That's true.
That's why I'm terrified to gamble.
Because you might make too much money.
Yeah, I might become too successful at it.
So he retired, but the O'Connor layover system persisted. But with crime ramping up in response to Prohibition, and without O'Connor's heavy hand to police it, things began to change. St. Paul's crime rate eventually surged. The city that he enjoyed a reputation for safety in the previous decade became Mos Eisley Cantina from Star Wars.
Right.
So pretty much all of the
Greedo
famous...
shooting first all over the fucking place.
Listen to this list. These are people who lived in St. Paul at one point. Bonnie and Clyde, John Dillinger, the Ma Barker Gang, Machine Gun Kelly, Pretty Boy Floyd, Babyface Nelson, and of course, Alvin Creepy Carpus. They were all there.
Satan. The Grinch.
It is literally just Yibate solo. Like it's just all
Jabba the Hutt.
yeah, pretty much. Alvin Creepy Karpus, by the way, was the only person in the Ma Barker gang that didn't get gunned down and ended up in jail in California, where he taught a young Charles Manson to play guitar.
Can you bring up a picture of him? I want to see how creepy he looks.
Oh yeah,
Creepy
he's got the name Creepy.
Yeah.
I hope he looks fucking creepy.
It's
not like one of those.
he's pretty.
It's not ironic.
Yeah, no, he's pretty damn creepy looking. We're not gonna lie.
It's not even his face; it's his eyes.
It's the eyes. Yeah,
There's too much eyes.
yeah. Manson learned everything he knew from that guy, though.
Wow.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. In June of 1930, St. Paul got a new police chief, Thomas Big Tom Archibald.
Oh.
So,
Oh boy.
his appointment to the job had been engineered by Leon Gleckman, who was known as the Al Capone of St. Paul. Chief Brown refused to obey or enforce the traditional ban on unnecessary violence laid out by the O'Connor Plan and immediately allied himself with John Dillinger and the Barker Karpus gangs.
My
This is
God.
the chief of police. So the thing that was keeping the thing in place was like, hey, you can live here, but just don't cause any shit. He was like, actually, screw that. I'm with these real famous gangs now. So this guy's awesome.
Have fun.
By the time Prohibition ended in 1933, the city's criminals had completely taken over St. Paul. No longer able to make money selling illegal liquor, many turned to ransom. In June, the city was shocked to learn of the kidnapping of the Ham Brewing Company president, William Ham Jr., by the Barker Karpus gang. So
That's a beloved beer.
I was going to say Ham's beer. I've had
That
Ham's
guy?
beer. And so they're just like, they just kidnapped him off the street too. They're like, get him. And then they did. And they got a bunch of money for it.
Nice.
They
Used to be a respectable community of criminals.
In January of 1934, the gang struck again, this time carrying off the mobbed up banker and Schmidt Brewing Company heir, Edward Brimmer. So if you know Schmidt beer, which is, they were just like all the
Don't
most,
brew beer in St. Paul.
it's so funny how it's just like the most obvious people. They're like, what do we see around us that we could kidnap? Beer? Yeah. And that's as far as they thought it out.
Wow.
Even Leon Gleckman, the Al Capone of St. Paul, himself got kidnapped at one point. The ransom was paid.
Kind of a rite of passage at a certain point.
The ransom was paid. The kidnappers were found murdered, and the chief, Tom Brown, confiscated the ransom money. He said he took it to police headquarters, but the money was never seen again.
Wow.
So yeah, we've gone from like a guy with, kind of like a funny but admittedly kind of smart idea to keep crime down in one specific region, and then he just gets taken over by like, oh no, let's just have an actual gangster be the police chief.
Well, the thing is, the first guy was the actual gangster. He was just actually in charge.
Right.
New
Yeah,
chief came in like
That's
a punk.
true.
that's true.
Got fucking probably extorted.
So the kidnapping of such public figures alerted the nation and forced the federal government to intervene. And this is kind of the birth of the FBI in a real way. Was
Whoa.
basically they were having to be brought into St. Paul because it was like, I don't know, the police chief isn't doing anything about this. Like somebody has to fucking do something.
What's funny to me too is like a lot of people, they get to Minnesota and like in the fall or summer and they don't realize that our winters are just horribly cold. So I like the idea of these criminals coming in and then just like, oh God, what are we doing here? In St. Paul. Just like,
This is supposed to be a paradise, boss.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
yeah.
So the arrival of federal agents in St. Paul spelled the beginning of the end for the layover agreement. Under surveillance by a higher authority, local officials could no longer ignore crime and accept bribes with impunity. In 1934, the federal government passed a series of crime laws that increased the FBI's jurisdiction. This allowed the Bureau to attack the gangster menace throughout the country. That same year, frustrated St. Paul citizens, led by journalist Howard Kahn, took the fight to local corruption. Chicago detective Jamie Wallace, hired by Kahn and Commissioner of Public Safety Henry Warren, wiretapped the St. Paul Police Department for over a year. Those wiretaps were then printed in the St. Paul Daily News, and the O'Connor layover agreement ended with the conviction or resignation of many of the city's police force. But in 1936, Brown was discharged for inefficiency, breach of duty, malfeasance, but due to the influence of equally mobbed up County Attorney Michael Kincaid, a Ramsey County jury declined to return an indictment against Big Tom. And the old guard was gone by the end of the 1930s. Police chiefs O'Connor and Brown both died free men in 1924 and 1959, respectively. So
Does any of this criminal history reflect on the current state of St. Paul?
that's like, there's this term, Minnesota nice.
Yeah.
And you're like looking at this and you're like, holy shit, this place was fucking nuts at a certain point.
I think we're just holding people at gunpoint, being like, "Tell everyone we're nice."
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
I mean, we still have tons of corruption and horrible cops and all that shit.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah. We were around in 2020.
Not great. Yeah. So
yeah, because it's not a place that you think of as being just like the Wild Wild West, but this clearly was at one point. Now knowing this, I desperately want to go back to St. Paul and see if any of this shit is still around.
Yes.
Because this shit's rad. I feel like
so cool.
Somebody should have at least a historic marker, but definitely a movie thing.
Here's a Pokestop.
Yeah.
Denoting.
There we go.
Sapphire science so small. We'll haul it all back to St. Paul. I was just about to call you when you called. Yeah, sapphire.
But yeah, that's some St. Paul history. So now let's venture 28 miles north of St. Paul. We have a segment on this show where we talk about our guest's hometown. And today, Andy Erikson joins us from Ham Lake, Minnesota. It's so watery, and yet there's a smack of ham to it.
2 M's?
Hams.
One word, because it's literally shaped like a ham.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which I've never actually seen it. I don't know if it exists. Did you look it up?
What's that? The ham?
Ham Lake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a lake. It looks like a ham. It's even got a little island in the middle that looks like it would be the bone.
Okay, never mind. I have got drunk on that center island.
Yeah, you got to get drunk on Hambone Island. You got to.
Another rite of passage.
Yeah. I did. That was the first thing when I asked you, what's your hometown called? You said Ham Lake. I did think of Buster Bluth going, I'm so hungry.
Would you like to try some of this?
So watery, and yet there's a smack of ham to it.
It's hot ham water.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so looked up a couple things about your town, and then we'll kind of talk about it. So in 1856, settlers established a town south and west of a lake shaped like a ham. And this is a weird sentence from the Wikipedia, and I feel like whoever wrote this kind of had a strange axe to grind. Quote, as in many small American communities, over time, all of the old families became related through marriage.
Yes.
Although many of the establishing families have since moved out of Ham Lake due to property taxes and overcrowding.
Overcrowding?
These familial connections remain, and many members of the family are still in close contact.
Yes.
So it's like, lest you believe that all of us, what we're, fucking one another, stop talking. Oh, we still talk. We talk about your fucking town and your high taxes, and there's too many goddamn people now, but we're all still talking.
We got Facebook.
Yeah. Or you're not in the Ham Lake Incest Facebook group? This is from their official website. In the 19th century, religious meetings were held by the Norwegian and Swedish pioneer families in private dwellings. Due to language differences, each group decided to build their own church in the mid-1870s. It is rumored that the issue was settled when someone said, I think we should speak the language of Jesus. Spoke as he walked this earth, and that was Norwegian.
Jesus, the language is Norwegian.
That's what your town's website says.
Oh my god!
So a little joke in there. Got some recent headlines here.
Let's go.
See, I don't know how we'll talk about it. Obviously, how close you keep in touch with the hometown, but you might have heard about this. A 4 times over the limit man drunkenly crashed a vehicle after dropping off his kids.
Yeah,
that's 4 times over the limit.
Yeah,
alcohol wise.
He made it though. He made his kids
he
safe.
got the kids safe. Yeah, before he
that was important. Yeah,
that was my Uncle Randy.
This one's just for you, Andy. A lonely goat found roaming alone in Ham Lake. You gotta adopt that goat, right?
Yes, absolutely.
How do they know it's lonely? That's the sad part.
That's what it said.
A fulfilled swimming goat.
Yeah.
Taking a stroll, appreciating the day.
Himself, okay?
Spiritually fulfilled goat.
Not all who wander are lost.
That's right. But yeah, I know.
Effing A.
I know, Andy, great lover of animals. I read that and I was like, You got to go back there and get that goat.
Not on my Wikipedia page.
He's alone.
Let's copy that.
State Senator Cal Barr recently accidentally appeared shirtless while casting a vote on a Zoom call.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they were like, how do you vote, Senator? And then it just got on and he was in his bed, laid out like this, no shirt. He's like, yay.
Hasselhoff style?
Yes, straight up Hasselhoff style, but he didn't know the camera was on.
Oh no.
And I was like, that's kind of funny. I wonder if he's done anything else. And I had to dig a little bit, but I found out that he was most famous previously.
Does he just vote naked or does he have other offenses?
So previously, he was most famous for saying that gun control supporters should be, quote, stomped out and run over. So, cool guy.
Yeah.
And then lastly, the Ham Lake rapist has been sentenced for separate 2013 kidnapping and robbery of a juvenile's iPhone.
Oh, gosh.
So that's the news. It's pretty hard to come by news up there, but
yeah, it's not much really.
did found out about that guy. So
I guess it's good he's off the streets.
he's getting more time.
I guess that's the good part of that headline.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Well, he was already behind bars. Now he's getting more time for another thing he did before he went behind bars. So we're good. We're glad he's away. But let's get into these.
We do not support him on this podcast.
No,
Let's get that out there.
The Ham Lake rapist is bad.
Yeah.
To get
100%. For the record.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of like Scranton Strangler from The Office. I'm like, a town that small has a guy named that, but apparently, yeah. So let's get into these questions. First up, Andy Erikson, Ham Lake, Minnesota zone. What was the incident?
Okay, and that was kind of tricky to find, but I went political too. Ham Lake, we don't have any city sewer and water, so it's all well water. So we don't have like big stores like Walmart's or anything that's like sells food or like certain food. You can't have city sewer and water. So our big thing was some people were trying to get the Walmart into our city. Our mayor got paid off by Walmart to become mayor, and then change the laws so we could have Walmarts and Targets and Panera or whatever.
He was running for mayor on a Walmart, a big box platform.
Completely. And he ended up getting elected because, if you have more than $200, like you have a bigger budget, then like, you're going to get in.
Holy shit.
So we got in, and like I had family on the city council too, and it was like this big thing because it would change the entire city. And he wasn't able to get it passed. So this was like the last meeting and everyone's in there and he's just like freaking out, like, come on, like, you guys don't understand this and that. And then all of a sudden when it got quiet, he was like, I feel like a black person in a room full of white people.
Jesus Christ.
I know. We were like, okay, first of all, you're a white person in a room full of white people.
Yeah.
You got that part right. But like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
It got written up in the newspaper and he got called out. And it was just like, I'm just glad it got called out, I guess.
Right.
Like,
but he said that because he's the only one that wanted Walmart.
No, and I think it was like a 4-5 vote. So there were a lot of people did want them, but he just didn't have the numbers. What? House of Cards,
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Well, Walmart's pretty nice.
Yeah, right?
I understand, but it's also laughable to be like, we're the town that doesn't want a Walmart.
I like it though, because it's like this little town that's like totally different. Like it's not developed.
Yeah.
And all the new lots have to be a certain size, like an acre or something, so people are far away.
Yeah.
And then there's other cities around where you can go and like fucking go to.
We don't want to be St. Paul. This is Ham Lake.
Yeah, well, we had a PTL tire and a wedding dress shop.
Whoa. Wow. Damn city's coming in here and changing everything.
Yeah.
Pretty city though?
Pretty?
I don't know. Why'd you look at me when you asked
I don't
that?
know.
It had trees, and I mean, there's still highway going through it, but yeah.
We're not the kind of city that wants a highway going through it.
Question 2. Local legend.
Oh my gosh. So this one I kind of went into Minneapolis.
Prince, obviously Prince.
No, not. I mean, it should be Prince, but he's not a local legend. This guy's a local legend. His name is Fancy Ray McClellan.
Okay.
And he's like...
He makes honey mustard. And his brother, Sweet Baby, makes barbecue sauce.
Yes, exactly.
They do not get along.
He is... Look him up. Yep, that's him. That's Fancy Ray.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What is he?
I don't even know, but I'm into his whole look.
Yes.
He looks amazing.
He calls himself the best looking man in comedy.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian, but also just like a performer, like a spokesman. He does commercials.
This is Fancy Ray for the Solo Meat Store.
Oh yes, let's see this.
What's your 3 top items you buy here at Solo? Chicken, beef, and pork. What else?
Barbecue ribs.
Ribs?
Isn't that what everybody buys at meat store?
Those chicken wings. Yes, everything.
Man, this dude's hair, the earring,
yeah.
Best of all, the prices are
Solo.
they even bag you up and
Carry you out.
They bag you up and carry
Lord
you
have
out. That's
mercy.
not very common anymore.
That's amazing. So he's a comedian, you said?
Comedian, yeah, he's in commercials. He was on America's Got Talent.
So he's literally just like a local personality.
yes, who's just
Does he like
He's the heart and soul of this city.
Does he like MC events and stuff?
Yep, he'll be at events and like he'll show up and he'll be like starstruck.
Yeah,
and no one knows how old he is. We have no idea. He's been around forever.
He was at the John Wick Hotel in the 30s, writing down
absolutely.
criminal names.
Do a little
Totally.
snooping.
Yeah.
See how fancy
I
Ray
couldn't
is.
figure it out. If you guys can figure it out, let me know.
That's awesome.
But he was always hitting on my mom, everybody. He's like, I'm the best looking man in comedy.
Oh, this is awesome. He claims to be ageless and for decades has given his age between 24 and 29.
I love this man.
That
Yes.
rules.
Fucking love this
He's
guy.
amazing. Find like comedy clips of him. He's so funny.
See, that's Minnesota for you. Some folks in Minnesota can't wait for winter to come. They get so excited about winter every year, they run out with niggas frozen lakes, crash through the ice, freeze, and drown. For months you hear this on the news. When's it safe to go on the ice? When's it safe to go on the ice? I wrote a letter myself. I said, soon as you see black folks out there ice fishing. She didn't get that joke. See, black people don't ice fish.
That's awesome. So he does stand up and
Yes.
he's like,
It's kind of like poetry about how beautiful he is. Is really what it is.
Wow.
Man, I got to start doing that.
He's great.
He's a fancy Ray in all of us.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is time to get out.
I've been looking for a new angle.
Yes.
God damn.
Wonderful.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to Fancy Ray.
Opulent
Yes.
rivers.
Yeah, get a perm.
Regal Rivers.
Regal Rivers. Yeah, there we go. Question 3. Worst bar?
So in Ham Lake, have you guys heard of the chain? It's called Car Bar.
It's a chain, you said?
It's not a real bar.
Okay.
It is people drinking out of the trunks of their cars.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
You guys do that.
Fun.
Yeah. So I was after a comedy show, a bunch of comics were like, hey, you guys want to go to Car Bar? And I was like, yeah. And then they all went to the parking lot, and I Googled Car Bar and couldn't find it. And I'm
Oh,
just
so it's just-
wandering around the city.
It's just a sportsless tailgate,
It's just,
essentially.
it's just comedians going and just drinking in their car in the back trunk.
Okay.
So I guess that's the best bar, because we didn't really have a bar.
So that sounds like your dad and his like coworker called drinking in the
Yes,
car.
exactly.
After we go to the car bar, yeah.
Yep. And
Service here is always great because it's me.
Plus,
Yeah, the servers
plus your wife is not here talking.
yeah.
So that was the thing you started doing after like comedy. What about
comedy shows.
in high school? There was nowhere like you were trying to sneak into or anything
in
like
high
that?
school. I didn't I did drink, but it was at mom's house.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I would say like a bar that is like big would be like Matt's Bar, and they have
I've been there, the
Yes.
Juicy Lucy.
Yeah, the Juicy Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
So like that's our like famous. We put cheese inside meat, and that's like what we're famous for.
It's very good. It's very good.
The Juicy Lucy.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that might come up with the next one, which is question 4.
Oh yes.
Best local food.
Yep, I put the Juicy Lucy with cheese inside. Also, just like Taco John's.
Taco John. Oh yeah.
It's like Taco Bell, but
we have
It's a local chain.
it's a chain. Yeah,
Okay.
Midwest chain.
so don't
So good.
don't hit me, but the potato oles are just Hardee's or
You
Burger
don't like
King.
them?
It's not that I
They're
don't like them.
so good.
It's not that I don't like them.
They're
It's not that I don't like them.
potato-olays.
Yeah.
So it's just fries.
They're so
No.
good.
All right. So 2012, I moved to Los Angeles. I having never really been exposed to far up Midwest people before.
Mm-hmm.
One of my first friends I made, in addition to Andy Erikson back in those days, was Luke Jensen, who is from Fargo, North Dakota. He always would go on and on about potato oles and their
So good.
greatness. Finally made a trip up there, got some potato oles. They are Hardee's or Burger King hash browns with
No.
Lowry seasoning salt on them.
No, we're doing.
I mean, that sounds good though.
It's good.
Taste test. We're doing a taste
I'm not
test.
saying
Yeah,
they're not
let's get
good.
some.
I'll bring them back from Minnesota.
Look, I'm not saying
So they're
ha-
they're hash browns with like seasoning salt on them.
that's it, and I'm not saying they're not good. They are delicious, but Luke ascribed like a large presence. to these
Andy's
things.
leaving.
She quit the
I
show.
agree.
I think that did it. Well,
But yeah, that's
well, that's fair. I mean, you know what? Honestly, that was. I mean, okay. Does it come with like a sauce though?
ketchup.
Just ketchup? Okay.
That sounds fun.
I mean, it sounds good
It's
to me.
not that it's
They're
not good.
plain.
It's just they are a bag of Ore-Ida fucking hash
Don't
browns with
believe him.
with
They
Lowry's
are
on top.
handmade.
Fake news.
It's a fast
fake
food
news.
place. That's pretty
My
understandable.
mom worked at a Taco John's when she was 15 and became manager within a week.
Whoa.
Wow.
She was doing their taxes for them. Their accounting, yeah.
Man,
Wow.
they must have been struggling.
Yeah, I guess.
Damn. And as far as Juicy Lucy goes,
Yeah.
shout out to our executive producers, Paulo and Eric, who took me to Matt's bar while I was there and gave me the tip that the trick to eating the Juicy Lucy is to take a big bite, and once the cheese starts erupting, use gravity to let it kind of slowly go around the perimeter of the
There
burger.
we
Dude,
go.
I'm not kidding. I want to go to Minnesota so bad.
Yes.
Can't wait. Can't wait till
Come
we
in.
get to go back.
We got lots of comedy clubs, lots of places to make money doing comedy.
Oh,
Sounds amazing. I mean, really,
Fuck
truly.
that.
I just want to freak out about my age here and not do anything else.
question 5.
Yes.
Local ghosts or monsters?
Okay, so this is kind of
Fancy
answers.
Ray also.
Fancy Ray.
The immortal.
Ageless.
Yes. Yeah, he is.
All
my
ghosts
God.
are ageless.
Yeah.
Technically.
So we have this creek in the back of our yard because we had like 2 acres of land. It was like, or maybe it was just an acre. I don't know. But we had a creek in our backyard, and a bunch of neighbor kids. We would all go and to ride tubes down this river, and we would just kind of take it as far as we could go. And one time we just kept going and going and going, and we realized we were in the movie Jurassic Park.
Oh shit.
We thought we were literally in this like scary land where there were dinosaurs and just like scary shit in it. And we were like terrified of just like the end of the creek. Just, like, we just kept going. So I remember we got there and we were like, oh God, well, how do we get back? We didn't know how to get back. And I'm like, oh, you just follow the river back.
Right. Yeah.
We didn't get that, so we get out, and I remember just running and crying through fields, just heading back home. And it was just this creek, and then I find out later when I grow up, it wasn't a creek; it was a drainage ditch.
Oh, sure.
So we were just literally in runoff, just like
Nice.
playing in it.
I'm sure that rendered you immune from many
Yes.
diseases, though.
Yeah.
So my dad would drive us to one part of it. We'd get out and our tubes go, and he would take his tractor around and go to the other side, and then pick us up, and we would just
Oh,
go
I love that.
down this fucking
Sounds delightful.
toxic river.
Yeah. No, I was thinking, I spent a lot of time in creeks when I was a kid. I'm like, I feel like there's diseases I didn't
Yes.
get because I was in raw sewage most of my childhood.
Yes, it's straight up sewage because we all had well water and like septic tanks that were underground.
Yes.
So it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
straight up just seeping
Just
in.
leaking in there.
It's like the George Carlin thing, right? Where he's
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. We didn't have polio because we were steeped in shit.
Don't wash your hands every time. It was like, I think it was the message of that bit.
Disgusting. Wash your hands, everyone.
Yeah. We are pro washing hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last question: favorite thing? It's not there anymore.
I put the piles of sand around our house we used to play on.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Before it got developed, we would all just run around and play in the sand. I remember when they were gone, it was just super sad. We didn't realize that, like, oh, those are going to be houses. Like, you can just live next to sand.
And all the neighborhood cats were using them for
Yeah.
bathrooms.
Totally. Yep. So come on down. Also, I have, like, in Minneapolis, we really liked an arcade called Rusty Quarters Arcade.
Ooh,
it was
okay.
super cheap. It was just a quarter for everything, but they went out of business because they ran it so horribly.
And it was a quarter for everything.
Quarter for every
It's like,
game.
make it 50 cents. Let's double our profits.
Community service. Can everyone just pass the hat around and keep Rusty Quarters open?
Did that multiple times because they were like, we're going to close.
God.
But their hours were like 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m. or whatever. We'd get there at 10 or 11. They'd still be closed. They wouldn't be open.
Oh,
So we
shit.
didn't know if they were open. And it's like, just fucking, it would be so easy.
Yeah. Damn.
You guys want to hit up Family Arcade after this?
Yes.
We've threatened you so many times after this podcast. We've never actually done it.
I've walked through it. I've asked if I can walk through it, and you got to go on Tuesdays, right? Because it's half off.
That's today.
Yeah.
It's half off, and you can see teenagers selling drugs the old-fashioned way in the back of that place.
Oh gosh.
Really?
I went in there one time, and it was
Not over Venmo.
Yeah, they were handing straight. This was like admittedly
arcade tokens and tickets.
Yeah, this was probably 7-8 years ago at this point, but I did see a couple of kids passing off like paper bags and money and shit back there. I was like, oh man, this is rad.
It could have been sandwiches.
Yeah, it was definitely
It
sandwiches.
was probably candy, and then they went and played more skee ball.
Yeah. I made a piece of pie out of a Sour Patch Kid. But yeah, that is a tour of Andy Erikson's Ham Lake,
Yes.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
It's so watery.
Everybody needs a thrill. Life, we all got a space to fill. Life, everybody can't be on top. Life, it ain't real funky unless it's got that pop, baby.
Yo, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this is our jam of the week. Oh, do we feel it?
Oh, yeah.
Do we know this one? I know Sam knows that he is the one who suggested it.
I think I heard it in a grocery store or something.
Almost certainly. Oh, hell yeah.
Then the lyrics just make so much sense for the chorus of just like a douchebag would love this song.
Oh, yeah.
And I started looking through the comments and it was confirmed pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
If you were a douchebag in the 80s, this was your jam.
What is Eddie Money's real name?
Edward Maloney, I think.
Maloney.
Oh,
Or
so he just took the
Malone.
baloney out of money. And
Yeah, it's either Malone or Maloney, something like that. I believe it's Malone, maybe. But
Okay.
yeah, the rap is that he said he used to be on the NYPD, and then he quit the NYPD because they wouldn't let him leave his hair long.
right.
And then
Fucking pigs.
well, but
It's a real Bob Seger situation.
well. But then years later, the NYPD was like, no, he was a secretary. He was never a cop.
Yeah.
No, we still love him. R.I.P. to the great money man of, I think originally New York, but then later more associated with the Bay Area. But anyway.
I'm sure he spent a sizable amount of time in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. Well, this song is, of course, Take Me Home
I
Tonight.
also did not know he was dead.
Yeah, he's passed away. Died
I'm
in.
sorry. Do you need a minute to
You know-
deal with it?
go ahead, hit pause if you don't mind.
He died in 2019, but this is a song, Take Me Home Tonight, featuring Ronnie Spector from his 1986 album, Can't Hold Back. This song has 37 million views, 10,835 comments, and y'all, I read every goddamn last one of them. So let us now go down into the comments for Eddie Money's Take Me Home Tonight. Eddie, what experience do you have with Take Me Home Tonight? Do you know this track?
I connect with it because as a comedian who doesn't have a car, I constantly need to find rides.
Oh, yeah, so it's a good jam for you.
This song really gets them like, okay, like, take me home tonight, and then just go. Sleep.
I will say this too. This song is on the closing playlist of my job. So I've heard this song 1.5 million times in the last 3 years.
Oh,
so this
shit.
song immediately, I love it because it makes me feel like I'm about to go home.
So you've got a Pavlov response going right
my
now.
coworkers hate it. They're like, God, they need to change up the closing playlist. But this is the first song on it. I'm like, in 30 minutes, I'm gonna be the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It's just wiping fucking wine
Then-
glasses and shit.
Then Unwell by Matchbox 20 for some reason.
Is it all just songs that are trying to get people to leave the bar?
Yeah, but like this one's on brand, but then it's like, there's no closing time. It's just like, it's Unwell by Matchbox 20, and then we do like a song from Sideways, Chet Baker's Take 5. We do that.
yeah.
But then, what's the other one? Signed, Sealed, Delivered by Stevie Wonder.
All right. saying.
Bittersweet Symphony.
No Happy Trails by Gene Autry.
No. And then also our coworker being like, "You have 15 minutes to leave the bar," because he did a voiceover. For it.
Well, let's get down to these comments and see what the people have to say about Take Me Home Tonight. First up, and I love this name, Dismal Gravesite. From 2 years ago. Eddie and Ronnie, miss you both. Did have a bit of a paradise by the dashboard light. Meatloaf dead too. Fuck. I'm getting old. My turn's coming, I fucking suppose. So living up to the name,
dismal-ass gravesite.
living up to the name, Dismal Gravesite. Very upset about the deaths of Ronnie Spector, Eddie Murphy,
Eddie Murphy died?
Eddie Money,
No.
Eddie Money, and Meatloaf.
Don't tell him about Charlie Murphy.
Oh no, hell no. This guy's like you, Carter. Surrender to Survive from 5 years ago. If you don't like this song, then you're not a fucking American.
Yeah, just like you, Carter.
That sounds like some shit I would say.
Well, no. He says, "Damn it, Eddie! Why did you leave us, you son of a bitch?" So he just found out he died too. Is what I'm saying.
So all these comments. Yeah, I mean, was it big news when he died?
In 2019, yeah.
If you're a fucking rocker in the 80s, yeah. I think if you're less than that.
Yeah.
Or if you were enjoying the first few episodes of his reality show, which was like Eddie Money and his family going around doing stuff.
Yeah. I think I just moved to LA in 2019, so I was like, probably just came and went. I was like, oh shit, Eddie Money died. What am I doing with my life?
This guy, I bet he knows what you're doing with your life. Cody Wheaton from 3 years ago. I love that God possibly exists. Don't do meth and drugs. All I know, me a baby.
Me want baba.
Me a baby.
Me a damn
And that's
baby.
the end of it.
Yeah, I like that it just gets less and less sense made. It's like, talking
baby.
about deep philosophical thoughts like the existence of God, and by the end it's just go.
Baby want nappy.
That's a great thing if you just can't think of if somebody asks you a question that you can't think of an answer to.
Me a baby?
Yeah, just say me a baby.
Me a baby.
It basically covers anything.
You remembered the first part of what you said, and then like the truth comes out. Me a baby. Me a
baby.
We got this one, and you knew this was coming. Paco Charles from 5 years ago. 2019 up in here, jamming. Remembering my ex. Remembering my high school crush. Lily Hernandez from El Paso. Te amo, me crazy rocker babe. Wah, 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 wah. Fuck Mike. Got any response for Te amo from El Paso, Texas? Tejas?
I'm sorry, this song brings up such spirited emotions out of this guy.
All I'm saying is, Lily Hernandez, get a restraining order. This guy, he's thinking about
Mike.
you.
Mike needs to protect himself.
Definitely Mike and Lily both need to make arrangements to have their personal and property protected.
I think I say this a lot during the segment, but weird song to be angry to.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's such a
We
chill
pick
song.
all the songs we pick are weird songs to be angry to.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't.
It's weird to be angry to any song, really. But
Right.
I mean, yeah, these are always like I'm very hungover, and they're all voice to text for me.
This one is Neil Power 74 from 2 years ago. I dedicate this to my gay neighbor. He loves a man named Aaron. He drove a cab into the sun.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. I just love the imagery of all of that. He drove a cab.
This video that I did not
to
upload
the sun.
is dedicated to my gay neighbor.
This guy fell face down into PCP and was just wow.
He almost hit the Mia baby mode.
Yeah. Oh
By
yeah.
the end of that.
Me a baby goo goo gaga. Right on forever, brother.
Julie Sad from 9 years ago. I always sing this
Is that
song.
a sentence or is that a last name?
I don't know. I always sing this song out loud at home, but I say, "Take men home tonight," and I envision myself as a ball-grabbing super heroine, grabbing balls to save the world. Ow!
No.
Okay. Jesus. I just like that one was real weird. Jason Roman with something that absolutely did not happen from 6 years ago. Oh, the 80s. Cheap everything. Jobs available. And being able to buy a 1970 Cuda for $1,000.
Nope.
Great music, great fun. And since you didn't make the football team, and since they were all off playing football, and since you had a 1970 Cuda, you'd be playing with their girlfriends.
I didn't make the football team, but I have a cool car. I'm banging all your girlfriends.
I got a Barracuda, baby.
It's like someone's. Have you seen the stuff that Uncle Steve has been commenting on YouTube?
This is a section. I'll read these in quick succession because this section is called jail. About whatever from 4 years ago. Being in jail so much with my radio got me on this. And this shit right here is that shit. Cellar Door X06, 7 months ago. I listened to this in jail about 1 million times. I'm like, what are they doing to people in jail?
It's having the radio is one of the few things you can maybe get as like a little treat. So all they listen to is like classic rock bullshit.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. He says, just got out the other day after a 120-day stint in county. Fuck that shit. And then the last one in the jail section, Mike Dodson, 6 years ago. When you're a rat and you do the same thing as me, you don't know real freedom. For real. That's my main thing. I'm trying to fight for the same people that are trying to take my freedom. I'll fight for you to live here while they put me in a cell.
It's kind of a message in the bottle sort of.
I just like the
one.
self-sacrificing Patsy who's like, yeah, I'll go down for this, but I did it for the right reasons.
Take me home tonight.
Yeah, and by that, I mean the paddy wagon. And by home, I mean jail.
I like the dude who got out. He's like, just got out. And you're like already commenting on YouTube videos. Shouldn't you be like getting your shit together?
No, it's like Tupac. Just got off the joint. California Dreamin', you know? It's gotta start writing a song, and this is their version. Speaking of songs, Peggy Penny from 6 years ago. And I think this is either a song or a poem. I'm going to read it in meter. Here we go. Burning donuts on the rug, smoking pot and eating fudge, smoking ciggies all my life. I know, I like the strife. Food is my friend. Got the munchies once again.
Damn, you have to be such a high loser to be listening to this song, 1, 2, having that much fun with it while being stoned by yourself. There's got to be more to life, right?
Got one more that absolutely didn't happen. Shenanigans. So it's like Shannon, but shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Wow. That's clever.
From 7 years ago. My dad met Eddie Money back in the day, in the 80s when he was in the Army. They were on the same plane, and he invited my dad to sit with him and play cards. He then lit a joint.
Sure. He lit a joint.
And offered my dad a puff, but he declined. That was before smoking cigarettes on a plane was prohibited and when smoking weed was illegal. But
this is Eddie fucking Money we're talking about.
He does what he wants.
It says
he did do a key bump off the pilot's head.
It says it didn't seem to bother Mr. Money one bit, nor anyone else, until a flight attendant politely asked him to put it out. And so he did put it out in his mouth.
Oh my God.
He then chewed the joint and swallowed it.
Oh no.
This is just some guy who claimed to be Eddie Money.
Straight up. Yeah. A lot of people were saying that Eddie Money looked a lot like Bob Saget in this video. I was like, this might have just been Bob Saget in 1985 before people knew who he was.
Or just some guy.
Yeah, some dude. I got a couple more here. Hulking Colossus from 6 years ago. I'm stuck watching YouTube videos. Wife said I can't watch news anymore. It's too destructive with telekinesis. So this guy's wife was like,
this guy's wife is non-existent.
Yeah.
Go back to the Eddie Money video.
Right. Randy, I told you to stop watching Megyn Kelly. She's bad for your brain. This one is Leviathan. So it's like live,
Right,
but Leviathan.
right, yeah.
From 3 months
Kind of like shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
From 3 months ago. I love me some 80s. I was born in 83. Well, my ex-husband and I were coming out of a Captain D's, and they were serving a large church community. Well, we just heard this old crotchety woman coming out of there with a nasty attitude, bitching because they didn't play Glory Road at church. And I said it would have been better at church if they had. I had my Eddie Money CD in the tracker, and I told my ex-husband, well, I guess we'll just have to play Take Me Home Tonight, Walk on Water, and 2 Tickets to Paradise.
Yeah.
Take that, church bitch.
We're going to play every
God.
shitty song.
Oh, yeah. And finally.
No, don't do And Finally without the wrestling one.
Oh, the wrestling one. Oh, yeah. I forgot.
I can read that one. I have it right here.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. Azure Rainbow 5 days ago.
Oh, okay. If Eddie Money and Ronnie Spector made a special guest appearance on either Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown,
Keep in mind, 5 days ago.
if either show were live at the same arena where that duo performed this song, in this video was made in the mid '80s. It's very hard to read.
Yeah,
right.
Would the WWE superstars be honored to meet them? So
This is an important question to
in
ask.
theory, if they were all at the arena where this video was shot,
filmed.
and there happened to be a wrestling
Monday
show
Night Raw is going on.
or Friday Night SmackDown,
Yeah.
Right.
would the WWE stars be honored to meet them?
To
What do you
meet
think?
Ronnie Spector and Eddie Money.
I think it would probably be the height of their year, maybe,
Yeah.
to meet Eddie Money from beyond the grave.
Sam texted me that one. I was like, yeah, I'm sure The Undertaker would love the zombies of Eddie Money and Ronnie Spector to accompany him to the ring.
Well, to me,
As they perform for a sold-out crowd.
Like their tongues just rotting out and shit.
See, to me, I think this guy thinks Monday Night Raw and SmackDown have existed since the 80s.
Yeah, right.
And he thinks that there was a time when they may have just crossed paths.
Right, maybe.
Despite neither of those shows existing at the time this came out.
Yeah. This is a full 7 years before Raw and a full 10 years before SmackDown. Yeah.
Could have fooled me. Look, I didn't know that either of those shows were on or off the air or that Eddie Money was alive. So that comment makes sense to me.
And finally, Bay Osborne from 1 year ago. And you might remember Bay from his previous Jam of the Week appearances on the Fabulous Thunderbirds' Tough Enough, Kenny Rogers the Gambler, Hootie and the Blowfish's Let Her Cry, Metallica's Inner Sandman, Tom Petty's Won't Back Down, Rob Thomas and Santana's Smooth. So this guy is a fucking all-star. Like when I see his name, I'm like, well, now we got some shit going.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Bay Osborne 1 year ago.
Reach out to the podcast.
Actually, don't.
Yeah,
He's
please
terrifying. This is Bay Osborne from 1 year ago. Love this song, but where's all the tough songs? All this shit's okay, but like, where's the hard fight, roughing up music? Yo, fuck your community. I will open a free thinking community with no rules. Rules spelled R-U-L-Z.
Sure, rolls.
No one would be in yours.
Oh, no.
We are freedom.
Not nice, Bay.
Or as we say, real. Your community ain't real. Your boring world is shit. You make robots, technology and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I do not do what you say. The only thing they'd get off me is an imprint of my knuckles.
Oh, shit.
Me? I love everything. I have no issues. Drugs, beer, fun. I love it. I'm a loner by default. Not into crowds, parties, heaps of people. I prefer to my time, my woman. I'm not playing games. I don't want to talk to a man. Gay. But a new
Any man.
But a new woman? I can't forget. Forgive, yes, but not infidelity.
What? Oh my God.
All I want is one loyal woman. My agenda is to find the 2015 bitches. And then they'll be like, who's this guy? And I'll say, a happy normal one.
Wait, when was this written?
Same as 2015. This is from a year ago.
Okay. Okay.
Good year.
That's right. Yeah.
He says, yeah, they'll be like, who is this guy? I'll say, a happy normal one, same as 2015. I made it a life's worth of fun mistakes. Unknown until now. Fuck you all. I'm bringing it to the limit. A new, unfoundless boundary of infinity with a bunch of extra eyes. And then the 2015 bitches will say, brilliant. Nice one, Bay. Thank you. I just made that shit up. Okay, sleepy by time.
Bay Osborne out.
Bay.
Great song to have schizophrenia.
Fuck
too.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, well, that is the Money Man, Eddie Money, and Ronnie Spector with their classic Take Me Home Tonight, our jam of the week. Andy Erikson, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Andy Erikson, ANDYERIKSON. My podcast is Get Real Podcast.
Get Real. Listen to
Pod.
it. I was on an ep talking about Love is Blind. I watched Love is Blind for the first time.
Fun.
Great.
And then proceeded to watch
Yes.
an entire season in one sitting.
Dude, your episode has the most views.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I think your fans came and watched
Oh,
it.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can come on anytime.
I'm down. Yeah.
Oh, you guys good.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. I would.
Well, yes, thank you guys for having me.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Carter, where can people find you on the internet?
Carter_Glasscock on Instagram. I'm going to have some reviews for new noise coming up and, all that kind of shit. And I'm going to be doing a show in the South with Rivers on May 8th.
May 8th.
In Auburn.
That's right. So May 8th, friend of the show, John Michael Bond, co-hosts of the show, Carter Glasscock, and myself will be at Hype in my hometown of Auburn, Alabama.
Yes.
So come see us there for the Auburn Townies. It used to be called Touchdowns, so you might know it by that name. But anyway, come see us there on Opelika Road. Sam, where can people find you on the internet?
Sam Harder 666 on Instagram. Slam Harder on Twitter. They can find me in the Goods from the Woods Discord, which you can find at linktree.com/thegoodspod, right?
Yeah.
Get on there. Say nice things about all of us.
That's
And
right.
then you can also catch us on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, streaming.
It's daylight time now, PDT.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Pacific Daylight Time.
PDT.
When did they change it?
A couple weeks ago.
Really?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's only
That fucks everything up.
I'm going to have to redo my whole brain.
Yeah, right?
All right, well, catch us at 5 p.m. PDT. If you even know what that is, Rivers is on the cutting edge.
PDTF is more like it.
Right?
That's right. I'm down to fuck up all the orcs and dark stalls through.
Dark Stool.
So if you want to see us stream Dark Souls, we're going to stream video games on the Goods from the Woods YouTube account,
That's
which you
right.
should also be subscribed to.
Yeah.
So check that out. We're going to play video games. People seem to want to watch Rivers suffer.
It's fun. It is fun to watch.
Any game that Rivers...
But watching him succeed is what I like.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You got to see him overcome
Adversity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley, and you can come see me doing comedy all over the goddamn place. April 13th, that's this Saturday, Comedy in English in Santa Monica, California at the HI Hostel down there on 2nd Street. April 28th, I'm at the Detroit Shipping Company in Detroit, Michigan. That show starts at 7 p.m. April 29th, I'm at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, Michigan. These are my Michigan debut shows, fellas. I've never been to Michigan before. And April 30th...
You got to go to the Psychopathic Records building.
Oh, I'm planning on doing some ICP shit for sure while I'm there. April 30th, I'm at the Brothers Lounge in Cleveland, Ohio. May 3rd, Don't Tell Comedy in Indianapolis, Indiana. May 4th, Mahal's in Lakewood, Ohio. That's just outside of Cleveland. And of course, we mentioned May 8th, John Michael Bond, Carter Glasscock, myself, and more at Hype in Auburn, Alabama. May 10th, I'm at Don't Tell Comedy in Pensacola, Florida. And May 11th, I'm at the Getch's house in Columbus, Georgia. So you can come see me in those places. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Every episode ever, plus streaming, plus new clips dropping all the damn time. YouTube.com/The Goods Pod. Buy a shirt, make you look skinny on TV, ProWrestlingTees.com/The Goods Pod. And of course, the best way to support our show, and you can, if you were just listening, you can watch this damn show uncut, uncensored at patreon.com/The Goods Pod. That is the best way to support us. Second best way to support us is to head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, we'll make our escape to St. Paul. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.